So, welcome to episode 16 of No Shame. We're right, yeah, 16. Got it right for the first time. We have a funny man on here today, but before I even get into that, we're recording this and it's just after the tail end of the Beast from the East, so we can't not highlight that straight away from the start. If you don't know what the Beast from the East is, it was a big fuck off snow cloud that just came and covered Ireland in about 7 feet of snow, and we didn't know what the fuck to do, to be honest. Alright, where I come from a place called Tallaght in Jobestown. Probably the whole world knows about it now for not for the best reasons, but I definitely have to address it anyway. So the boys pulled the shopping centre down when the snow was going crazy. Not something that I would definitely not condone. There was cars burnt. It was a bit crazy. But in Tallaght, there's about 250,000 people. I think there was about 10 or 15 people that just couldn't handle their snow, you know, and they lost the plot and they ended up escalating into absolute. I think it was like the purge. Is that what it's called? Yeah. It was like the purge that was going on. But in all, overall, the negative stuff that's probably the most part that people have heard. So much positives. Absolutely incredible what happened over the week. People coming together, digging each other's gardens out. And when I mean 7 foot of snow, I'm not messing. I was digging out chunks of ice all the way up my road while I was driving my Jeep. 1 metre, dig out a chunk. 1 metre, dig out a chunk. Started at about 12 o'clock in the day. Took me till about 7 o'clock in the evening to get me Jeep out. I told everybody I'd meet you at the gym at 12 o'clock. I started digging at about 11. I didn't get to the gym till about 7 o'clock.
You had your workout done already?
Oh man, I did. And what I was doing, I was keeping
it's good cardio, yeah.
Oh, it's serious cardio. But if you survive the Beast from the East in any way, fair play to you. If you have any questions or any funny stories about it, if you download the Lemur app and put it under the podcast, I'm gonna put some of them on next week. I promised this young lad, right? It's the worst idea that you could have given me, and I said to him, he's like, "Will you put that on the podcast? Will you?" He said to me, "I should change my name from the Hooligan to the Holocaust."
Paddy Holocaust.
That is the worst idea ever. I told you that on the message, but you got your shout out. I've been saying it to you for weeks now, I'd say. But as I said, if you download the Lemur app, you can leave voice comments there. Tell us some of your stories from the Beast of the East, any shenanigans that was going on.
And Storm Stella as well.
Storm Stella? Where was that?
They're not coming at the same time, no? I thought that was
Storm Emma.
Emma.
Fuck, who's Stella?
Stella. That must have been what was in your hand on. That's what Stella.
That's
Stella.
Yeah, that was Red Tube, sorry.
So, and anyway, over the Beast from the East, I have
the Beast from the West.
I have the Beast from the West on today. Yeah. So Owen's going to be here. He's going to be at Dublin 24. He's going to be teaching a jab class and a VTech level 5. I think it is
level 6.
Level 6.
Yeah. It's just basically it's a pure jab course. So you come in for 2 hours, you bring in your jab gloves, and you just go doosh.
Yeah, jab gloves.
There's just one glove.
What would be the difference of jab gloves and normal gloves?
They're less padding because you guys, you tend to sort of put as much padding on the gloves as you can just to protect yourself. I have no gloves.
You have no gloves?
No gloves.
No, and that's a West thing, is it?
That's a West. It's bare knuckle.
So the last time I met you, I was bleeding. We were actually driving around Jobestown.
Driving around Jobestown, weighing up the place.
And I bet you when it was all going down the other day, you were saying to people,
I was there.
I've been there loads of times. I run that place.
I was there. I was like, I know that lad. I used to get bread from there. Yeah, never anymore though.
How was your bread situation during the week? You're staying local now, aren't you? Staying in Dublin, lad.
I live out towards Dublin 6 there.
Kimmage. Dublin lad?
Kimmage. I like Dublin. I like Dublin a lot. It gets a bad name from some people, but it's like I always speak well of Dublin. Always. Do you know like cultures and sort of country or city people? They're kind of always arguing. I've got great time for Dublin.
Is that? I get
probably the football, is it?
I think it's something to do with football, isn't it? But we don't even take football that serious, and
that's the worst thing about it. We do.
I know.
We do.
I know. I get people in and I start winding them up a little bit, and it's all of a sudden such a nice all the way. I met them in the reception, I meet them, and we're coming up, and then all of a sudden we start talking about football, and it's like, what did you say?
Yeah.
Pure serious.
Oh, definitely. Sure. I was watching the All Ireland there last year, wherever it was in Murray's there in Dublin 1, and even after the Dubs won, they're like, we kind of wish he won it. And that's the worst thing. I was like, no, don't be telling me that. I had to leave the pub early because every time I seen a Dublin jersey, I was like, fucking bastards.
I'm in for it.
Yeah, exactly. Well, no, I was kind of like sick, sick to my stomach.
That is a big thing, isn't it?
It is a big thing, yeah. Like if Mayo won
Give
the
us
All
a few
Ireland.
words that we don't know for dubs that you would use. So, you know, like
Can't be saying that now.
as we were talking about where you say it to the missus, but you would say, no, don't say that to anybody. You know?
What we call
A
dubs.
word that you would say in a pub to use a dub that you'd never use in there. You'd never use it in front of a Dublin person.
I have no, honestly, let me think. I can't think of anything. I've got loads of friends in Dublin, so I'd never said it. But I've got a friend called Keith. You know Keith Pendred.
Oh, yeah.
He'd be always slagging Mayo, so I'd be always slagging Dublin back. But it's just shit slagging.
I told you before I need to live in Mayo. We had someone else on from Mayo, didn't we?
Do we? Oh, Damien Brown? No, he's Galway, isn't he?
What's his name?
Damien Brown.
Do you mean Brown with the guy with the black hair?
Rode across the Atlantic.
No, he rose across Atlantic, this guy. This guy's a... Don't get his hair colour wrong, so he doesn't like
No,
it. He has no hair.
He's
Okay.
from Galway.
I was going to do a shit joke on. I don't know him, but that didn't work. No, I don't know. Could be.
I'm scanning through all the guests in my head.
We had someone from Mayo, and anyway, so you might be the first Mayo man on the couch.
Well, it could be the last one.
Yeah.
Whatever that means, I don't know.
Yeah, I was like, is he going to do away with you? So, Dublin, living in Dublin.
I live in Dublin now. Yeah, I love
The
it.
stick
This.
you've been getting, though. You've not been getting stick.
Not really. No,
You're
no.
going down the road now because everyone knows you as the hardest man in Ireland.
Yeah.
That has to be hard.
Well, you know, I get in a few scraps, but I've got to fight my way out of them.
Yeah, that's what I'm about to say.
You know what I mean? But no, to be honest, the hardest thing is that I've got to drink pints. Like when I go to a pub, it's like, there's a pint for you there now.
And you got to bury points.
Yeah, and then I'm like, I'm not drinking tonight, but fuck it, I'll give this one a go. 10 hours later, I've got my pants around my ankles going, what the fuck am I doing on fucking coppers?
You can't lie to a point. You know what I mean?
No, you can't. And the thing is, I was brought up with the mindset, never say no to a pint.
That's a good... Who gave you that advice?
I think it was Dad, actually.
It wasn't... Yeah, I said.
You know, it's like food as well. You never leave food in the plate.
That wasn't parental advice, was it? If that was parental advice, that was terrible parental
Well,
advice.
it's not. It was more so like, you know,
only messing with you. I only messing.
finish your tea or finish your
Did you see
milk.
any igloos? Any igloos?
I did actually, yeah. I was out towards Purrystown there visiting a friend, and there was 2 igloos, and I was going to go over to it, but I was like, it's over there, it's too far.
I was in an igloo that a guy took 11 hours to build.
Jesus Christ.
And I mean, the walls were like 3 feet thick.
That's
it was
crazy.
on my Instagram. I should actually save the video to keep it.
It's almost a shame they melted, you know what I mean? It's like,
No, I'm saying it's still there. This thing is still there.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's
I say he's
great.
living in it now. It's
really, yeah, it's probably cheaper than the Dublin rent anyway.
I'd say so as well.
I've been looking for a place in Dublin recently, and the rent is nuts. You're talking like, for 1 bedroom, 1,500 quid.
No, it's ridiculous.
Oh, it's sick.
The whole, like, and here's the thing, and I said this on the last podcast, right? Isn't it mad how we can solve the homeless crisis in a day?
Yeah.
Everybody was in accommodation in a day.
How would you do that?
Well, they did it the other day when all the
Oh, that's
when the
true.
snow
Yeah,
was
yeah,
coming.
yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Isn't that weird? Yeah, yeah.
No matter how that works.
That's
and you
weird.
know what I've only noticed as well? I don't even people said it to me. The Leo Radcar thing
Mm-hmm.
going on about with the PR, with the way they're editing video and all. I didn't know that, and I was like, oh my god, like. I never knew anything really about him. Never learned the politics around like that. But I'm like, I think I like him.
Well, what was his story?
So should I hear this? So
No, I seen him going around with a jacket that was worth like 500 quid.
yeah, fuck, you're allowed to have that. It's probably faking anyway.
Yeah.
It's probably borrowing that Moorsley. Leo down there getting his own knockoff. You know?
Going around in his tinted car with the hand out the window going, I'll take that.
Yeah. Get that from that peasant. No, but the idea of like, do you know, like the media team that they have.
I don't have a TV. I don't be listening
You know,
to I
like,
should
so
be.
I seen something the other day. Here's an example of it, and he's standing there. I think it's at like a fire station.
Yeah.
But they're doing an interview, and he has like a jacket on, like
Yeah.
he's out helping and stuff like that. And just at the end of it, a siren goes, and it's only that the girl in the studio goes, it just happened to have
Okay.
a serious end of effect
Okay,
siren
yeah,
at the
yeah.
ground. I'm like,
Do you reckon that was put in there?
100%. I don't know anything about like that. Now,
Yeah.
my girlfriend's done a little bit of in college, like
Yeah.
I think it's a film media or something like that.
Yeah.
So the ideas of like in horror films when
Yeah.
certain tunes come on and
Oh, yeah,
like,
of course.
when something's about to happen, there's
Yeah.
certain. Now I didn't
Yeah.
know anything about that until someone says it, and it actually ruins the film. To be honest, I wouldn't advise looking it up because you're looking at a film, you're like, something fucking crazy is gonna happen now.
Yeah, yeah. It's all about the music and all the way,
All
yeah,
that,
the,
yeah,
the lighting
but-
and all that stuff.
If it's really, really silent, something is about to go down.
Really, yeah?
They go really silent and then it goes.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Something crazy is gonna go down, like so. But it's effects in the film. But
So that's what they
suppose,
put,
yeah, man,
that was on the news.
Leo is being using this like he has a team that do this professionally for him. So when he's on the news, it's all like the best case scenario of like the sound effects and
I'd well believe it. Like a media team's designed to sort of like give an image for him.
give an image and the same way look what like American politicians do.
So you don't know what's real anymore, don't you?
That's what I say. Bring back the guys like Brian Cowan. That's what I said.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know what
I
mean?
actually met him in a lift recently in Cork.
Oh Jesus, I said that was terrible, was it?
Oh, I was like,
It's awful.
I kind of felt a bit sorry for him when I was like, can I get a picture, Brian? And I was just thinking put up my social media. He's like, I can get a picture there though. So he got out the level 4 or whatever. Just put the arm around him. He was like a big white fella, like, and I was like, cheers,
Probably
Brian.
Guinness.
Yeah, it could be all the Guinness. Well, I had a few on me too.
Filling them up. The Guinness going to the back.
Exactly,
You know,
yeah, just like
sometimes
lodged up there.
The sweets go to the hips, the Guinness goes to the back. That's all it gives you a big hunchback. Well, but like, even the time when he was a Taoiseach. So Taoiseach is like for some people that don't like that go forward that like to American. This goes to some. So I get some messages from crazy places. Like,
Yeah.
I was listening to your podcast. I'm like in bleeding Nairobi or something somewhere. You know
Yeah,
what I
yeah.
mean? And like. A Taoiseach is like the leader of our country, and this is how we're talking about at the moment. Now, it's not like in America where you talk about the president and then all of a sudden you go missing. Over here, you talk about the Taoiseach and he probably knock a jag and bring you for a point.
Exactly, yeah,
You know what I
yeah.
mean?
You could
Try-
meet him in the public.
Try talk you down. You know what I
Exactly,
mean?
yeah.
And we are all right. We are all right. And
Yeah.
then, or even before that again, Bertie Ahern,
Yeah.
the other guy.
He was actually, you know what's weird? The hotel that I was in, it was just a shitty enough one. He was in the hotel the day after. I didn't meet him now, but my friend met him the day after. So they were probably up to something.
Why are you guys following fucking the Taoiseachs around there?
They're following me.
Are they following
You know what I mean? The one being in the Hardy Bucks.
They might be robbing your style.
They could be, yeah. This the blue jacket or the green jacket from
Kinda
Pennies.
actually-
The black top from Pennies.
Your
This.
character kind of is like the Taoiseach of Ireland. That could be the...
Fuck you, you boss.
I'm only messing. But it could blend in.
Yeah. I mean, if the money's right, I'll do it.
So Bertie Ahern, how much money did he get found in his dirty trousers? What was it?
I'd say he probably had like 15 million.
I think it was... What did he get stuck
Cash.
on? I think he got 80 grand or something, wasn't it?
Yeah, but what about all the other money he's got stashed
That's
under
what I'm
mattresses in
saying,
Africa?
It was like, you know, when you're doing your washing. Well, when I'm doing my washing, I don't know how to use washing machine anymore. And someone finds 70 quid in your bottoms. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm told that that's like a tax.
How do you mean?
Like that. Like, my woman tells me that, like, that.
If she collects it, if she finds
She
it hers.
finds 70 quid in my bottoms when she's washing them trousers. She owns them.
Yeah, I
you know what
suppose, because I used to find money in my mother's purse all the time, and I'm like, that's mine now.
That's called stealing. That's called stealing.
Well, I mean, you know, there's a very thin line between stealing and borrowing forever.
And your mother being a mother from the West, if she caught you stealing, I'm sure that's like,
She stole from me in the first place, so.
it'd be like India or something like that. Chop your hands off. down
Exactly,
there,
yeah.
wouldn't it? You know what I mean? You'd be
Just
like,
a
what
slap
happened?
across the face.
That's grand, don't worry about it. Why
Yeah,
you only
yeah.
got one hand? You want to call me stealing out of a purse?
How much was it? 5 quid.
She chopped my hand off for
Exactly.
5 quid. So, on a serious note, how
Okay.
did this all get started for you? So, you've got hundreds and thousands of views. You've got, as I said to you on the way down, I think a huge part of your fan base is like Irish boys that understand.
Yeah.
You have to understand the Irish crack.
Yeah, definitely,
what
yeah.
You've been doing.
Which
So
is
the Hardy book started. so
Yeah.
that's when it started out, wasn't it?
Well,
you tell me the story.
Yeah,
You know.
I was working away in Galway and just working on the sites, and then like all the lads were all doing different kind of jobs, and then the Viper and Eddie Durkin, where they were, that's what I call them because nobody knows their real names. Well, Mark Maloney and Chris Turlough. And then they started in Storyland, RT Storyland, which is like an online competition, and they said to us boys, "Do you want to come down to Mayo, do a bit of filming?" So we said, "I will go down, yeah." And then we did a bit of filming down in Mayo.
What did you think it was? You don't think it was pretty
Could have thought
pornography
it
or
was like
something?
a softcore porn, which is another dream of mine. But then they were just like, put the camera on us. They're like, just be ignorant there, and I was like, that'll be handy enough.
Just be ignorant.
Yeah, because you know, everyone's a bit ignorant in their own way, you know.
Yeah.
And then we entered Storyland, and then we started getting paid 500 quid a weekend for doing a bit of filming. And I was like, we're getting paid to talk shit. So then we thankfully won the competition. We got onto to TV.
What is story? So just explain what that storyline is.
Storyland is like an online. It's not like an online competition where you can make small videos and submit them to RT.
Oh, is that still going?
That's still going, yeah. But they've changed the rules a bit now. I think it's less competition, but the money's bigger. You get 30 grand an episode, I think.
Did you
Something
make
like
the rules change? They were like,
I don't
you
know.
have to have clothes on, lads.
you have to be wearing clothes and no dildos, lads.
Yeah. So
I
but is that something someone can still do? So
Oh yeah, you can still do dildos, yeah.
Because I always get a lot of messages on this, like, oh, how did you get started? How did you start this up? How did you start? And it's like, I can't really remember because most stuff usually kind of just sets
Happens
fire
naturally.
and, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
it
yeah.
kinda Goes, but like,
No, you
it's
can still enter Storyland, yeah, but it's I think it's September every year, but you can still submit stuff, and there's
And it's
loads of
30
different
grand?
competition. I think it's 30 grand, but
Take down the details there, Robin.
yeah, take it down. You gotta, like, there's probably thousands submitting stuff, and I think it's down to 5 people maybe. Like, check that out because that might be completely wrong, but I think it's right. And that's it. 30 grand, I think, for like the top
So
5
you were
people.
getting 500 quid a month or a week, was it?
Well, it was less back then. We were like getting 8 grand an episode, but like, I was getting 500 quid for a weekend's work, and I was like, this is brilliant to talk shit. I was like, fuck.
I wonder probably thought you went to Dublin to sell cocaine.
my mother, yeah.
Coming back with bags of money.
My mother didn't. She didn't really think the acting was real till we got onto TV anyways.
So that's a good little point as well, because loads of people will go through that as well.
Yeah,
so
of course.
When they're starting, so what did that make you doubt yourself as well?
A small bit, yeah, because it's like yourself at the beginning, you're doing a lot of stuff for free, and you're like, is this actually going anywhere? Like, am I just like a overgrown child here trying to become an actor, or trying to become a comedian and all that stuff? And then when you start getting paid a bit more and stuff like that, not that you're getting paid bucket loads, but you're getting paid a bit more consistently. Then people are like, oh yeah, well,
you can make kind of a living.
You can make a living off, yeah, definitely. You can make a living off like Facebook, like indirectly through Facebook from other people giving you work or stand up. But it's still a hustle, like, you've got to be at it the whole time.
Oh, and that's the thing about that game, is that you it's not easy. When people say, oh, I'm an actor and stuff like that, like there's a top 10 that are getting paid probably well. And even
for sure.
in Ireland there's probably a top 5, isn't it? Like guys that
yeah. Probably people from Love Hate, or like, what's the other show? Like, what are the other shows in RT that are really big?
It's only because they got jobs and drugs after they at the Love Hate.
Exactly,
People are like,
selling
they
hash.
go for the job.
Exactly, yeah.
For a bit now, but I've already guessed.
A few mixers there for themselves. But
so I know my man still doesn't give a fuck about anything that we do.
You've got the gym out there, side with that.
My man, I leave my house every. So we record this on a Wednesday morning, and like I leave my house, and my man, where you going?
Yeah,
looks at me the same thing, shocked. You know what I mean? Like, my man lives with me, and she still acts the same way. She acts. You know what I mean? And it's
which is kind of good though too, because it doesn't make you too big for your boots. Do you know?
I feel like burying her in the snow sometimes, to be honest. You know what I mean? Like, but you can't shed them. You can't shed, especially in Ireland. I don't know what's going on with it. You just can't shed them.
Yeah, you can't get rid of them. But mine are in Mayo now.
They follow you and all they do. It's like,
do they?
Yeah.
Follow into the gym with binoculars.
They like it. Yeah.
What's he at?
Yeah, that's what it's like. It's like Father Ted when Owen.
Oh, McLove, yeah.
Oh, McLove. It's brilliant. Ringing at the door. I'm outside.
I have no Willie. Yeah, that
so
was
your
good.
ma gave you. So your ma kind of like was giving you. And I think that
she was never.
She
was
never
never
giving you shit, but giving you like.
Yeah, kind of saying like, how is that going for you? That kind of
Right.
job, is it going well, or like, do you reckon you can make a career out of it? And then it's probably good to get that, because otherwise,
That's what I was about to say.
yeah, otherwise you can be like, you can lie to yourself, because you're only lying to yourself if you're saying you're doing work or writing or whatever. So I said, you know what? I never really went to college or anything else, so I said I'll push it. I may as well push this social media stuff. I can make a few quid off it. So
that's
a few quid now.
Yeah, you know what I mean? And like some of them days, you don't want to be in your room pulling the belly out of yourself. Saying,
Exactly. Well, I'm still doing that now.
I'm being creative.
I'm still doing that now. You got to look after yourself too. You know what I mean?
You got to take breaks. You got to take breaks.
Of course, yeah. 5-minute breaks.
So, and where did you say to yourself, do you know what? This is starting to take off. This is starting to roll.
I suppose when my Facebook page, even though this sounds very sad, when my Facebook page started getting a bit more traction, I was like, well, I can kind of control my own destiny here now. Because when it was Hardy Books, it was loads of us, and I was like, it's like loads of us sort of, and I didn't really quite know what was going on. So I thought, if it's my own social media page, I can directly take whatever's coming in, and I can understand how it works a bit better for myself, So then just through the Facebook page and Instagram, people were like, I might start getting a few messages saying, will you do this gig for me here? I'll give you this amount of money. Or you do this video for my company, for a phone company, I'll pay. And I'm like, oh, this is like got potential here now.
This is the
So if I just keep doing the videos and just keep myself out there, then it's like the work will just keep coming in
the traction. And do you come up with a lot of the characters yourself?
Well, the character is a lot like 50% me. The character is just basically like a drunker version of me, I suppose, or what's inside my mind when I'm walking around Dublin. And I'm like, that fucking prick walked out in front of me. There's something like that. Because everyone's got that ignorant kind of person inside their mind.
I think most of the times, I actually read a thing this morning about people that drink tea are more creative.
Really?
Yeah.
You love tea, don't you?
I love fucking tea.
Yeah. I'm getting into the tea more and more. I actually don't drink tea in Dublin. I drink coffee all the time, because it's like you got to be a bit nippy around town,
You got to be a bit nippy around town.
In Mayo, you can just like casually drink it.
I own at home down lines of Nestle in the morning. Is it Nestle?
Nescafe, yeah.
Because you wouldn't want to be doing the cereal.
No,
stuck in your brain. So the traction kind of took off, and then where did the hardest man come? Where did you want to? Because I remember seeing you doing the thing with Rory MacDonald.
What? Where?
Outside the Tree Arena, wasn't it?
Outside the Tree Arena.
That would have been when I would have been, honestly, when I say I noticed you for MMA as just look at this.
Okay, yeah.
Well, even to me that was freaky, because in MMA was still very
fresh to them.
Yeah, now all of a sudden then like that there was MMA photographers started popping up, MMA journalists,
Yeah.
MMA comedians taking the piss out, and to me, it was, oh shit,
Yeah,
this
yeah. Which is all good things, like, to kind of build a name.
It's all
Yeah.
it's starting. It's like the package is starting to come in. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
exactly,
To get
yeah,
up for
yeah.
it to stay on.
More eyes on it too.
More
as well.
eyes on it, and that's the thing, because you need people taking the piss out of you. You need people
course.
criticising. You need people sticking up for it, because that creates the conversation.
Yeah, it kind of builds the world of MMA or whatever it
100%.
is. Yeah,
It
yeah.
can't be like, this is MMA, so
Yeah.
and everyone turns away. It has to create that.
Yeah,
little
yeah.
bit of thing.
And it can be very serious world MMA stuff too.
Were you
know?
shitting yourself?
Well,
What did you think sometimes when you're going around, you're going to be talking to guys that can't fight saying?
yeah, that's the thing. Well, see, the weird thing is, the boys that can fight, they're the most chill, because they're
Yeah.
like, I know I'm class fighter, so I'm not going to be like, I'll fucking punch you if I have to. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
so they don't have to.
I know, yeah.
You know,
So
no more than yourself.
I say you get that all the time.
Well, a lot of people would be like, if they're asking for a picture, they'd be like, can you pose like that? So I'm like posing for pictures like this, going, I'm not a tough cunt, lads. Do you know what I mean? Just so you know, disclaimer.
But that's not a bad little idea. You got boys thinking around, like, because
That's
there's
true,
some boys out there. Maybe after a point, they're like, there's your man Owen.
Yeah.
1 point. Then you get a bit
Yeah.
of a goggle, 2 points.
Yeah.
3 points. 4 points.
Yeah, exactly.
4 points is about the stage where they're like, you yeah man, aren't you? 'Cause I
Do
get
you
it
think
as-
you're a tough cunt? Do you?
I get it as well.
Yeah.
I remember one of my mates was at a bar, and we were at Stags. I think it was in Kilkenny. Yeah, Kilkenny it would have been.
Yeah.
And there's a boy standing at the bar, and one of my mates is standing there, and he's getting served. And one of the boys goes, "There's Paddy Holohan down here."
Yeah.
He's like, "When I finish this drink, I'm going down there and I'm going to stick the head in him." All right, this is a true story.
Stick the head in him?
I'm going to stick the head
In
in
Mayo,
him.
that's like kissing.
Oh, is it?
Yeah,
Really?
Sticking the head in,
I
yeah,
hope
yeah.
that's not the same thing in Kilkenny, because
He might have just liked you.
that's what I mean. He might just like it. Because that's what he said, like, I'm going to stick the head in him after this drink.
Like a Scottish kiss.
And my mate comes down to me. Now, and if it was one of my other mates, I wouldn't have believed him, because he would have been like, I'm going to create a rumour on
Yeah,
the way
yeah.
to the bar. And he come back and he,
Yeah, yeah.
"Do you know what, your man's up there, he's going to bash you." What? No, this guy. And I kind of went up to the guy and I was like, "Are you alright, mate?" And he's like, "Oh, Paddy, what's the story?" He's like, "Do you not say something there a minute ago about sticking the head in somebody
yeah,
or
yeah.
something?" And he's like, "No."
Really? Yeah, yeah. Class.
But as I said, I'd say you probably like 3 or
Well-
4 points. That guy would have been down swinging the head.
Oh,
at
of course
or-
he would, yeah. And I'd be like, I walk up to him like you did, and I'd be like, did you say you're going to fucking stick the head into me? And he'd say, yeah, I was, yeah. And I just like turn around and leg it. That's my technique.
That was
Out
when
the
you-
pub.
You would have pulled out
Irish
that
goodbye.
VTech level 6. Yeah, Kia!
No, but the thing is, you obviously you have the training. I'd be like, not that I'd be trying to sweet talk them, but it's better to just be sound to people, you know.
Do you know what? That's exactly what we did in that situation. I
Yeah.
literally ended up having a shot and a drink and all with that lad, and that was
Yeah.
kind of. But like, I wouldn't fight someone outside.
Yeah.
Like, to me, that's like going to work for free.
Yeah.
That's what we would have thought of it.
Of course, yeah. You don't need to prove yourself, like.
Not even proving yourself, just fucking getting punched in the face and not getting
Has
a
it
check
happened?
after
Has it ever have you ever got a slight punch in a bar where somebody's like,
before UFC, before
Yeah.
the UFC, before them, I would have had a few little rolls and knocks and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But I'm telling you now, look yourself, are undefeated.
yeah,
Undefeated.
my man?
you know what I mean? What's your record now? What's that now?
It's in the cage or out of the cage?
Or
on top of the
Give us all
cage.
together. Give us all. Animals and humans.
Oh, that's about, it's gone up to about, actually lost twice to the same badger. Because I hadn't eaten in a week and he had eaten in a week. So I'm about 56 and 2.
56 and 2.
Yeah, that's,
You're not doing
that's
bad there,
outside the cage. Inside the cage, 0-0.
Would you do anything? Would you do any character?
Would I do any character?
Wait, is there any other interests like that's coming down the...
I would
Are you
lo-
going to do like a Strictly Come Dancing character or something?
You know
like
what?
that?
I'm sometimes I'm at home going, okay, you know what I'll do? I'll do another character. Then I'm like sitting there going, can't think of any.
Can't think of any.
I'll just stick to the hard man. I'll stick to the hard man.
But the hard man is great.
Well, yeah, but I'm trying to just generalize the hard man a bit more so he can go off into sort of other fields, you know. So because if I make it too much MMA, then I'm kind of stuck in the MMA world. So
Yeah,
I'd like
no.
to make it so that I can kind of go to any kind of event, you know, that kind of way.
Yeah, no,
Although I do love the MMA. Like that time I met Rory, I was fucking delighted. to
yeah,
meet him.
that time you met Rory, we absolutely
I was
ecstatic,
kind
because
of
as a
in awe,
fan-
like yeah, but also I had to do this
So how does
jokes.
that work? How does that work? How do you like get your shit together? You know what I mean? When you're
Well,
like,
it's kind of like when you he's younger than me, he's taller than me, he's a lot lively, like he's just like a machine.
I
And I'm
remember
like,
when I first met him. I
Yeah.
remember when I first met you.
yeah,
Like when I met him on the road, I was totally shocked because I actually thought I was like, you're a little bit nervous.
Rory.
Like, no, you.
Oh, yeah.
I could feel you a little bit nervous.
Yeah, that was in the G Hotel, or is it, or what you call that place? beside the 3 Arena. Was that where I met
Was
you?
that the first time I met you?
I think so, yeah.
Might have been. And then the time I met you, I was like, yeah, but I felt nerves off you.
Oh, of course, because you have to realise I was there acting, and then there's all these like MMA just walking around going, "How you know, man?" Just walking away, and I'm like, "Fucking hell!" There, I was like, "There's your man. There's your man. There's your man."
And
Like,
you would have been a fan. You're a fan as well, so
big fan of you lads.
a big fan. I'm a big fan of you, lad.
Definitely, like massive fan. Like,
Have you met Conor?
Conor McGregor? No, never. I actually I was at the that day I met Rory, or one of the days he brought me to the. You'll feel like this is a funny story. Actually, he brought me to the 3 Arena, and I don't know. You were fighting.
I was fine, yeah.
That's right. Yeah. And I was walking like back downstage, and I was in the lift, and I was like, I think your man Holloway was there.
Oh, really?
And I was like, geez, he's like, he looks like he's built. And then I was like, there's fucking Rory, he's built. And I was like, who's that bastard? And I was like, there's Arlovsky. And I was like, fucking hell, shitting myself.
Maybe he's mad,
and
you
he had boots on. I was like, you're big enough as it is, just wear
Yeah.
a fucking pair of slip-ons, would you?
Yeah, and he's
He's a beast, man.
he's
So
a-
I shook his hand. I was like, good fights. That's all I could think of saying.
good fight. Yeah.
Good fights.
Isn't it crazy that when you're talking
Yeah.
to somebody that you might think has a different bit of an accent, and all of a sudden you start talking to
Oh,
them
yeah.
with an accent?
I don't even know why I put it on. It was like
I
a
don't
Russian
know
one.
why. I'm the
Good fights.
worst at that ever.
Yeah.
Worst at
Yeah,
I'd
yeah.
be like, so have you any briquettes in the shop trying to say briquettes? You know what I mean? And your man's like, the guy that did my shop is like, probably as most Dublin as you can get. You know what I mean? He's like, they're over there, Paddy.
Over there in the corner.
They're over there in the corner.
Do you know the way
But-
some people, when they talk, they put on the foreign accent as well?
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like the idea of like, I'm the worst.
Yeah.
What
Yeah.
are you doing?
Yeah.
Like that.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
It's just an easy way to learn the language, you just put on the accent.
How do you break down English
Yeah.
like that? You know what I mean?
But anyways, then we're
Sorry,
walking.
sorry,
No,
sorry.
no, it's my own fault. We're walking into the stadium, and then the doors opened. So then there was like the 4 fighters, and I was there with them, and it was almost like the fighters have now entered the room, and everyone like there was a big cheer, and I was like, what the fuck am I doing here? So I was walking in, kind of going like this. I was like, do I pretend I'm in shape, or I was like, so I was kind of walking a bit hunched. And the way fighters always walk with a good shape. So someone was like, Buzz, what are you doing? And I was like, I have no idea what I'm doing here. And then I walked down to the seats, and then I was having a few drinks with Rory, and I was like, Rory, do you want a drink? And he was like, yeah, get me a whiskey. And I had some feeling that MMA fighters are just so clean, they don't drink or anything like that. So he was like, get me a whiskey. So I was getting whiskeys. But then Conor came in, and he was sitting just there in front of me, and I was like, would I say hello to him? And I'm like, no, because I don't know what to say. I don't want to be just
Yeah.
annoying him and kind of going, Conor, how are you doing? Can I have a picture? When
That's how
he's,
most people do it.
yeah, and I'm sure he's sick to the back teeth of that stuff,
But
But
I'd say, you can just imagine, like, just fucking say something. You know what I mean? If somebody
Yeah.
kept.
yeah, exactly. Yeah. You're probably sick of it yourself. So I just said I'll leave it, and I've dreaded that day ever since.
And that's what I was about to say to you. Have you dreaded that day ever since?
Yeah, I called his house every day with the binoculars, going, he's in there, sitting there like this.
Yeah. What do you think of the event? Savage in Dublin, isn't it?
Oh, unreal,
Crazy event in Dublin.
unfucking real. Yeah,
It's just one of these magical things, you know
Yeah.
what I mean? It's like the UFC are coming back in now in May.
brilliant.
So I'm look forward to sitting in the front row
Yeah.
and having a pint.
And it's a very different one. It's a very different to sit there than to watch it on the
Oh.
TV, because you can hear the punches. It's like,
Incredibly different.
what does it feel like going in? Actually, what's the most nervous part for you? Is it walking up, or is it when you step inside the cage? What point do the nerves leave you?
It's probably not. I wouldn't say nerves, but it's. I've probably felt the most nervous that I would feel in me kitchen at home, because this is how it works on, right?
Mhm.
A week. I think for a week out, about 2 weeks out, you start walking in your head. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I know I do.
Do you do that, like
no matter what
sort
I
of
do.
visualization?
100, well, I'm
Do
doing
ya?
I'm doing a grappling match on Saturday here in Drogheda.
Yeah.
I'm having a grappling match on
Yeah,
10-minute
Nice
EBI
little
match.
plug there for yourself.
You know what I mean? Little plug. There's no fucking tickets left, so not even. There's no plugs needed.
Okay.
I think I got 70 tickets, I think it was, and they were gone in an hour.
Class.
You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
it's all going to charity. It's going to Avian's Pink Toy, but even for that, like
Yeah.
even something as small as that, or even just a grappling tournament.
So would the nerves be the same level?
Not the same level, but I don't. There's no. You're either nervous or you're not nervous. It's like, do you need this shit or do you not need this shit on?
Yeah,
you know
yeah,
what I mean? It's
yeah.
that level.
Yeah,
you know
but
what
you
I
need
mean?
a bit of nerves, though, don't you? Like that's
You
that's
need
the
it.
energy. That's where the energy comes from.
Yeah, but you need it. You need to keep you sharp, and the same process is the same. You know what I mean? As I said, like I know for the fact that in your head, I can make myself nervous by walking myself on that ramp, and it's the same idea. The
Yeah.
more you do it, the less you kind of feel nervous. And even then, when it comes to the time, you've made the walk a million times in your head. Now, one thing did happen in Dublin that kind of threw me off altogether. And that show was that we usually walk the other way, but when your main event, you walk a whole different way. You walk
Yeah.
across a bar.
Yeah.
And I remember being a little bit, where are we going this way for all
Yeah.
the time? Now, not that it matters or anything, but in that moment, should have been thinking about how the fuck are we walking this way.
Yeah.
It's like, this is not the way.
Yeah.
We know the way around
I
this
want to
arena.
go that way.
We know the way around this arena. I was saying to the boys, you're going the wrong way.
Yeah.
We're going to look stupid we are.
Yeah.
But still, like, that little bit part is nervous, but there's no times for it anymore after that. Like,
Is there any
like,
tips? Any tips you give to somebody? Because I do stand up and visualize. Yeah.
Like, visualization is the best thing you can get. Like, and I mean down to try think of like what colour the seats in the event in the arena are going to be.
So just okay. If you're thinking about the colour of the seats, just say you're like they're all blue seats and people are like wearing whatever colour. But then if the colours are not blue, does that not throw you?
But the information is key. We know the colour of the seats.
So you're going in there looking at the place.
Well, I've been there. Do you know what I mean? So, like, say if you were in a venue and say you're looking at it online, try to get as much information out as you can. Like, we used to fight in the basketball arena, which is up the road from here.
Yeah.
I used to know like the colour of the doors on the way and the smells and the more you can add out the visualisation, the better. It's like
meditation, is it?
Exactly like meditation. There's so many different words to it and different ways to it. Now some people do visualisation where they're like, and then all of a sudden they're like they need to, they need to go get crackers and cheese or something like that. They're distracted.
That's me.
You need to find that like kind of like go into it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, because we're doing Vicar Street 22nd April.
22nd of April is down Vicar Street. Did you hear that?
Hardy Bucks.
Hardy Bucks.
But like I'm pretty nervous for that one. I'm like, fucking hell, how do I do this? Because I might start doing the visualization for that one.
Brilliant. And that the idea of standing there like and just because you can get caught in an energy. There's a little moment I think at the start, especially, and it happens with fighters. You see it, and the guy said any guys that I've ever walked out would be like, chill, relax for a second, because it gets to a little moment where you get to the door and the music kicks off and you can jump on that. You know what I mean? You can go on that wave. When you go on that wave and you'll kind of like party dance all the way to the cage, and then all of a sudden it'll calm down a little bit. His music will come on, and then in between them little intervals you can get them little dips and drops.
Is it better to come on first or second? Or does it matter?
I don't really know. I don't know, Mars. Can't really remember.
Yeah, I'd imagine. I always imagined it'd be better to come on second.
As long as your mind is in a good... Like as I said, when you're at the door, before that, when the music and all kicks on, you need to kind of separate yourself from that little moment. Yeah. And be yourself and walk to the cage.
And what happens if you've had a bad day with the woman or something like that, or you fell out with somebody?
That happens. Like, that's the thing about fighting is like I don't think I've ever said this, but when I woke up when I was fighting in Dublin, the main event, I just woke up and I was like, not today. It was just one of them days.
Negativity is always trying to get into the mind,
not
isn't
even negativity, but
you got to push it out.
It literally felt like one of them days that, you know, when you wake up and you don't want to go to, not you don't want to go to work, but you kind of have to get out of bed. That's what it felt like. Well, it never felt like that before.
On the day?
On the day.
Was that nerves and it wrapped in a weird kind of...
And that's the thing, you don't know. You don't know what your body's messing. Your stomach goes, your legs get heavy. Yeah, like... I'm not feeling well, or this your body starts trying to get these things to get you out of the way. And stuff
because it's fear. Like, I mean, fighting somebody is like, fight or flight kind of job.
That's or freeze, the last one.
Yeah, freeze,
The freezing up as well. That's what happens to most people. Most people come out and you have to fight these feelings. You come out and they touch and then all of a sudden, and as a fighter as well, you'll notice that. So if we see someone else freezing, it's like, fucking... Kill him when he pause.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Go for them.
Yeah.
That's a huge part of it, and that's not just in fighting. That's in everything. Look, as you're saying,
stand-up comedy too. Yeah. Oh, I've frozen a few times.
Tell us the time.
Do you want to hear the bad one?
Tell us the bad one. Well, fuck the good ones. Tell us the good ones.
Yeah.
Oh, we all want to hear the bad ones. All right.
We said, well, I was in Bray there at the Bray Comedy Festival, and I was like looking at the stage, kind of doing that sort of. I like to see the
awful
stage.
Place Bray is, Jez.
Oh, it's contish.
It's full of weirdos.
Never again.
Full of weirdos, man. And you know.
You think so?
Yeah, it's full of Ga weird O'Neill bottom weird people.
You know, that's you're describing Mayo there now, mate.
No, I think it's a sliver of Mayo. I'm not messing.
It's the elbow of Mayo.
Oh, no, it's like hanging on the edge of Dublin.
Oh, but it's pretty. It's a like nice looking spot.
I know it's a bit. Come on.
No, you've said it now.
It's done.
It was the Bray Comedy Festival. I was looking at the stage and I was like, that's not a bad stage. It's a bit small, and I was like, the seats are a bit close, and I was like, no, fuck it, don't be letting that negativity into you.
Yeah.
So then I was like, right, there's the mic. I was doing my lines, and I was like, right, first joke's about wanking. And I was like, what if the crowd are a bit old? I was like, fuck it now, it's too late to change it. I was a bit too stuck in my ways, because I'm still a novice at the stand-up.
Yeah.
So anyways, then there was like some guys, they were doing their pieces, and then they're like, next up, please put your hands together for Owen Colgan. And then up to that point I'm nervous, and then the nerves when you're walking, I'm kind of like, the nerves are kind of going now, but I'm still like, this is weird, I'm going up to talk to people, do you know what I mean? And I'm kind of a bit of a nervous character at times,
Right.
So I was like, how's it going, everybody? And I was like, great to get out of Mayo, especially after my mother caught me wanking. And I was like, fair enough, I shouldn't have been doing it at the dinner table, but you shouldn't have been watching, or shouldn't have the tits out. Sorry. And then I was like, and everyone's like, ooh.
Did
And I
not
was like,
one person laugh at that?
there was like 2 people from Hardy Books fans, and I was like, how are you lads? I was like, I'm just gonna look at these for the next part of the gig. I was like, any crack there, no? And there was like 4 women sitting there, and there was like this for the whole gig, and I was like, oh no. And I was like, shit, this is gonna be fucking very hard. And like we were meant to do, I think 15.
How do you recover? Like, how do you recover from that?
Well, it's like, I suppose it's the same as I'd imagine a loss would be in MMA. It's kind of like you probably learn more.
Right.
And at the time you're like, I'm shit, maybe I should change this career or whatever. But then you're like, no, that's the easy option. Like, I learned more from that gig than I did from a good gig, because then I'm like, I need to prepare myself better. I need to be more versatile. I need to have more variety. Exactly.
1 to 10.
Exactly.
The
1 to 10.
dial. Same jokes with the dial. That has to be 1 to 10.
Yeah.
Same.
And gauge the crowd. I'm like, okay, that crowd's demographic is probably over 30. I just need to soften my jokes a bit. But I was like, I don't have any other jokes for you. So then I was like meant to do 15 minutes, and I just rushed through it. I was like, 6 minutes. I was like, all right, lads, see you later. I'm off.
And the drive home. So what's that drive home like? Is that
Well, the drive home was like,
the most constructive? Hate yourself. Doubt
well, you know what?
yourself?
Actually, no, I stayed because it's kind of like it's a nice thing to do to stay for the comedian. So I stayed, and Martin Maloney went up after. He did 15 minutes, and you know his gig was longer than mine, but it was probably as shit as mine. Then the guys from what you call that show? Whose Line Is It Anyways? A few of those boys were there. They were very good. They were brilliant, and they had the crowd in stitches.
They must be from Bray.
No, well, one of them is an English lad. Yeah, there's a few from Bray, I think. Yeah.
Ah, that's why I told you.
That's why. And I was at the back, right, with my girlfriend. I was sitting there like.
If they
this
had
stuff.
said, now producing Owen Colgan from Bray. Hey!
Yeah,
That's what it would have
well,
been.
you might have got an extra laugh, but at the same time, you couldn't rely on that either. But then for their gig, I was at the back with my girlfriend, kind of going, "Oh, that's fucking pretty funny. Fuck, that's funny. That's good too." And I found myself laughing. So then everyone was filtering out, and I was like, "No, let everyone go first. I don't want to be walking by people, kind of going, sorry about that. Sorry." About that. You know, like almost like leaving mass early, kind of going, "Sorry about that. Sorry about that." So then there was 2 lads at the front. One of them was there with his girlfriend, and then one lad, he was kind of joking, but he's like, "Man, what was that all about?" And I was like, I was fucking mad, but I was like, "You try it next time." So, and he came over to me. He was like, "Any crack, no?" And he was like slightly piss takey, and I'm not confrontational at all, but I was like, "Will you fuck off, please?" And he goes, "What?" I was like, "Just fuck off." He goes, "I'm only joking. I love the Hardy Books." And I'm like, "No." I was like, "Fuck off, please." And then he just left, and I was like driving the car, getting chips. Then I was like, "Will we get chips?" To the girlfriend, I was like, "Do you want to get chips?" She goes, "Yeah, we'll get chips." Just eating the chips in the car home. I was like, driving into Dublin. I was kind of like almost crying at the. No, I wasn't crying. I never cry, but I was pretty sad.
That's a hard time. But like, it's things like that. Like that's what I was saying. A lot of the messages I've got is, how do you start? How do you get started?
Yeah.
It is moments like that people don't realise.
Oh, yeah,
that
of course.
You have to go through that.
Of course. And then like that, I was like the next day, and I was like, you know what? No, I just changed some of them jokes, and I'm like, that's a bit better. That's a bit better. And I did feel very unfunny for a week. I felt a bit down, but I learned more from it than I did from a gig where people are laughing. You know.
That has to be hard as a comedian to feel unfunny.
Oh, it's like your power's gone.
Is it true that a lot of comedians are like on the dark side of it, like depressed?
That's what people say, but I think, I mean, there is a lot of comedians who are probably depressed, but I think it's because the funniest stuff in life is sort of the sad side of your life, or the dark side. People want to hear sad stories because it makes them feel a bit better, like, my life's not too bad. So comedians, they're sort of, the best ones are the most observational about themselves, or
self-criticism.
Yeah, self-critical, exactly.
Yeah, self-critical.
So like if you're like kind of sort of like writing stories about yourself, you're kind of like, okay, this, how do I feel about this? How do I feel about this? You're getting deep inside your personality, and then you're sort of revealing the dark sides, because at the end of the day, everyone's got a positive and a negative side inside of them, right? So just because comedians go on stage and talk about the negative side, people probably think they're depressed, but I think it's the same as any career, you know? I'm sure it's the same in MMA, and I'm sure it's the same in teaching or whatever, you know.
No, definitely. I was only thinking something the other day, right? You know, look in the mirror and just fucking think about yourself.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Sometimes I might give it like 10 seconds and be like, what are you at?
I think as a fighter you do it an awful lot more, you know what I mean? Especially I don't know. I think that just as a person.
Yeah.
But some of the stuff that goes on in your head, that you just don't discuss with anybody else. You know what I mean? You wouldn't talk to anybody else about it. Now, not that it's like it's dark or anything like that, but there's just some things that you'll think about that you just want to explain to other people. You just wonder what the fuck what's going on.
True, but then I find though when you do reveal those things, people be like, I actually felt the same thing as that, and then there's like a bit of a connection. You know, the deeper you go inside yourself, and the more you reveal about yourself, the better connection you make with people.
But it's a very thin line now between saying something and then getting absolutely, I won't even say grilled for it, because most of the people that will kind of wait there to grill people, or whether it's online or whether it's something like that, are just, they're probably just bad people in any way. Do you get what I mean?
Yeah, or they're just afraid to face themselves, maybe.
Yeah, but like you can come out and say something like loads of people are on about like you got to talk and mental health is all of this and all of that.
Yeah.
People are so afraid to talk these days as well, because all of a sudden it has to take, like, you could say something in a room full of people, everyone thinks about it, one person makes it say as a comedian you could say something and it could be funny, but one person decides that's not funny.
Yeah.
The whole room won't want to stand out and laugh because one person. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
but
and
if one
then
person
it pushes it down again.
That's hilarious.
Yeah,
and it's the same with like clapping your hands. Like I do, like, and I mess around with this. My girlfriend hates the idea that Irish people clapping a plane, lads. Do you know what I mean?
How do you mean clapping in plane, lads?
When a plane
plane lands. Sorry, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And like, it won't happen sometimes.
Yeah.
And then sometimes I'll just go. And the whole plane, I don't know
we're
why.
sheep. We're all sheep, like, at the end of the day, aren't we?
How does that happen? But like,
people like routine. I don't know. Yeah, I don't really get that. It's
like
in a
little
city.
idea for the comedy. You need to get somebody in the crowd that is
plants. I need plants.
Is being the shepherd. You know what I mean? The shepherd of the sheep, if you must. And I think that goes on in society, if you think of it.
Yeah.
Like,
but
there's shepherds. There's a lot of shepherds. The television is a shepherd. All of these things. I think I'm turning crazy on this conspiracy thing, but.
No, go on. Go on. Keep going.
I think a lot of stuff is like a shepherd. You know what I mean? Like as long as like the ads and all of this stuff can keep you going along.
Oh,
the way
definitely.
supposed
Well,
to
the thing
go.
is, they're trying to get everyone into the cities now and get people out of the small towns and villages, and because you can control people better in the cities, can't you?
Well, as
With
long
all
as
the advertising.
everyone's in the same place.
Of course.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, look at all the advertising you get in the city, and then like it's just like blast at you everywhere you go.
So as I went on about that beast from the east kind of thing, that was good for Ireland. We should schedule that.
Definitely.
Right? But you know what we should do? We should cut off the power. We should cut off the internet.
Yeah.
Now, maybe bleeding put a wall up as well.
So you Donald Trump?
In some places. Oh, I'm only guessing. Some places. Well, arm yourself to the teeth even.
Yeah.
No, but the idea of making that happen every now and again, I thought it was great.
Once a month, I'd love it.
I thought it was brilliant.
Definitely. Because people slow down. They're like, the rat race, like, it just shows you that nature, regardless of what your job is, nature will put you back on your arse,
That, like, my young fella went outside, because I seen a joke online as well about that Frontier or whatever it is.
Yeah, what's
kids being lost on this computer game. No, my young fella's
Frontiero.
Yeah, he's off his head on it.
Right.
Withdrawal syndromes he has from it.
Jesus.
But then he went out the other day and he was kind of like, what's going on?
Yeah.
We're building a snow cave, right? And he goes to me like, so we finished it, and we sitting in it, and it's like, right, what do we do? We don't know. I was like, would you want to play a game? Do you want to play in it? Like, I'll leave you. Like, no.
Yeah, do you want to be in there on the computer?
Like, if we'd have been in a snow cave, there's a good bit of crack down it. But then most of the crack would have been playing in it.
Of course.
Yeah.
Wouldn't it? But
Yeah. Nowadays people want...
sound old, they do. You know what I mean? Kids are not like that these days.
Yeah.
But it's a true story.
But I wonder, will the next generation be like, with like back in my day, we only had 3 iPads, and then there'd be like loads of robots knocking around the place.
I hope not.
And they'd be like, you don't know how easy the robots have it.
I know. yeah. You don't know how easy how you have it with.
Do you know, because our parents, I'm sure, were saying the same about us now with this even podcasts or phones and all that kind of stuff. We're probably on it too much for our parents' generation,
And it is easy. Look, when you look at like the 3 days, I think it was in that thing, the whole country was like shut down.
Yeah, it was brilliant though, wasn't it?
The news was telling you, go home, sit down.
Everyone was taking
do anything.
And the beautiful thing about the snow is you can't go fast to somewhere, so there was no people rushing everywhere. You had to kind of like walk slowly, like say hello to people.
Yeah.
I thought it was lovely.
Yeah, that was great.
Yeah.
What was it?
Definitely get more of that, please. If Germany could send over some snow to us.
Germany could send over some
They seem to run the place, so.
Would you stop, man? And running the weather, like we have the worst kept secret on this road is like there's like an Amazon building close to it.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, and I knew, like, I'm like, we're going to be grand.
Yeah.
She's like, why? And I'm like, because Amazon's down there. They're like, we fucking own the weather.
Yeah,
you get what I mean?
exactly.
So, like,
yeah.
If we're close to Amazon, that road that's out in front of it.
Yeah, the owner's the richest dude in the world, isn't he?
Is he?
Yeah. He went above Bill Gates and a few other dudes.
Really?
I don't know what his name is, but he's like, would it be 100 billion?
Why?
You have to have serious wealth if you're spitting down on the likes of Bill Gates and stuff like
Fucking
that.
hell, I mean,
If you're
even
looking down
Greg's
them
not
as
up there.
peasants. Imagine that. Bill Gates, you peasant.
Imagine that. But it's fucking nuts the way someone can have that much money in it.
It's fucking mad. Like the thing is, I think again, I'd say it has to get to a stage where it's just like, it's not even money anymore. It's just like, I don't have to pay. Like, it's like not paying for stuff.
Yeah.
Do you get what I mean? It's just like, I want that.
But would that take the fun out of life, you know? Because half the point of life is a small bit of the struggle. But if you've got like 100 billion, you can buy anything, can't you? Like, what can you not buy for 100 billion?
Fuck, I'd love to play that game.
Love, maybe.
I'd love to play that game. Love,
Yeah.
but a lot of these things are, and like, I know a lot of guys, well, that's a lie. I know a lot of billionaires. But a lot of guys that would have them stuff like that, I think you could trade out your personality to get that stuff, you know what I mean, as well.
Say that again?
I was listening to a yoke on the radio last night, and they were saying about like people that come into money. So people that like say sold a steel factory or something in England, and they were born with money because they were talking about places out in Dublin Harbour and all, where guys have like balconies that go out over the Irish Sea and stuff like that, and you wouldn't even know who these dudes were, but they'd be some executive in an insurance company somewhere and stuff like that. There's no way you're knocking on his house on and he's like, "What's the story?" And he has a personality and he has banter.
Yeah, of course.
You
Of
know
course.
what I mean?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
You knock on his door and he's probably someone else answering the door telling you to fuck off. Or
Yeah.
something, you know what I mean?
You're saying like there's no substance to the life.
I don't know. Not there's no substance. I don't know. I don't know. Like, I could be happy. I think right now, if you gave me $1 billion, you'd probably see the best expenditure of that, because you have the personality to use it as well.
Yeah,
you know
of
what I
course.
mean?
You got the character
But
as well.
if you've used the personality to get $1 billion, 100 billion, or whatever it is, you're probably in a conservative. You wake up at 9 o'clock in the morning, you eat your breakfast, you go to bed at
You still
night.
need that kind of routine, I suppose, wouldn't you?
Exactly, but
Yeah,
you couldn't,
definitely.
like, you're not going to get 100 billion and then just like, woo! Like, wake up at 12 o'clock, eat cereal and your jocks, you know? Like,
play a bit of FIFA.
this is what people want to see, though.
Of course,
you know?
yeah,
This is why you're down with 100 billion. If we had 100 billion or that money, I'm probably just doing whatever I want to do now. You
I'd
know what I
probably
mean?
fuck off to Mars and build a gaff there and just be like,
Whatever. Like,
see you later, lads.
That's what I would be doing. I would just be doing, like, I'd probably be doing what I'm doing already. Doing what I'm doing now.
of course.
Do you know what I mean? Now, some days I'd probably go, fuck, I'm not doing it today.
Yeah.
Because you would. But some days, because you have the days where you wake up and you're kind of like, not that you don't want to do it that day, it's just like, sometimes you just want to sit in your gaff eating cereal. You know
of course.
Eating Cheerios in your jobs.
You Cheerios man, yeah?
I mix around.
Yeah.
Keep
the body
a few
guessing.
bowls of cereal there. I like a bowl of cereal. My inner council kid sometimes at dinner time would go, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You're getting dinner there. I'm like, that's cereal. Son. You know what I mean? That's not dinner. We thought it was dinner.
Oh, no, same in Mayo. Sometimes we'll have cereal for dinner.
Oh, 100%. Bit of cereal. I had a bowl of porridge last night, bit of banana in it for
Snap, crackle and pop as well.
Yeah. My girlfriend thinks that I'm a peasant because I eat porridge.
Oh no, I've porridge it all the time.
I love
Porridge, bit of what's that stuff? Like peanut butter.
Oh, in it, yeah.
Oh, that's all you need.
Tiny little bit of maple syrup.
Oh yeah, I never tried that actually. Yeah.
And you can mess around with porridge. Like, why are you eating porridge? You should
Blueberries.
be like, there's good food downstairs. I'm like,
That's the best stuff you can get.
what are you on about?
Yeah.
This is proper survival
And it's cheap.
food.
It's
Yeah,
cheap,
bowl
and
of porridge. I'll be going for 3 weeks on this bowl. I will.
Of course, yeah. Because the thing is, it goes into your stomach and just like goes.
That's what it's
It's like concrete or
It's
something.
like expanding foam.
Exactly,
You know what I mean? Filling on your own.
Fills you up for a week. I'm telling you one thing: if there's a Holocaust, the one thing I'd want is porridge. Fuck the bread.
That's what people are saying. Go to an island. What are you bringing? Porridge.
Of course.
A big bag of Cavanagh.
Yeah, porridge and a 6-pack of Dutch Gold maybe.
Oh, a Dutch Gold.
A flagon or
Do you
two
love
of
the
it.
cans? Eh? What do you drink? You like a can?
I drink anything really because I don't really like the taste. I just like the feeling I get when I steam. You know.
That is the last words of an alcoholic.
No, I
It
like.
makes everything so much better.
But you know, it's just like the excitement after a few cans. I don't really care for the. I could drink Dutch Gold or Guinness or anything at all. It's just the feeling I get. I'm like, yeah, this is good fun now. I have a few cigarettes now.
Yeah, a few cigarettes with a few
tokes of a jig jag.
a jig jag
Exactly.
and a Dutch Gold.
Exactly. That's me. That's heaven for me.
That sounds like violence. That does. What's going down, Robin?
That's brilliant, yeah. We'll start.
You can feel free to pitch on this. Robin gives us a little roundup.
Is this another segment now? Is it?
No, same idea.
Okay.
Robin does a little roundup here. You know what I
I'm
mean?
going to sit like this for this bit now. Just keep it different.
Throw a bit of stick in. That's what it is.
Can I interject into this one?
You can lob a bit of stick in. That's
Sweet.
Just be interested to know your thoughts on UFC just gone. There's some interesting things from it.
some good fights in that.
Yeah. Cyborg kind of went away.
I knew
Expected
it,
it,
but like
but-
She
the
went away, what
biggest
do you
one
mean?
of them all. That was a.
Yeah.
Did you see that one?
Cyborg.
Yeah.
she won it. But what do you mean she went away?
Oh no, it went
away.
the
Oh,
way.
went away. Oh yeah, of course. Yeah,
Went the way.
It went the way he was like,
She went away to
gone.
space. I was like, Cyborg.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Is she gone?
That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, no, but obviously the big standout one is Ortega and Frank Yeager. You know what I mean? I don't think I've ever seen an uppercut landed as.
Yeah, he's good, that dude, isn't he?
That dude, yeah. That Ortega. I never knew he trained with what's the guy that the Gracie guy that does the Gracie breakdown?
Tallaght.
No, the other two brothers that do the great personality, great crack,
Seamus.
great charisma.
Seamus Gracie.
No, it's not Seamus Gracie. No,
No?
Not Seamus, you know,
I know the one you mean. I did because I have seen them two training. That's how I knew that Ortega lad.
Wow, I can't remember his name. Something
Hoisey.
like that. You know what I mean? No. Hoisey's the dad.
He's the top guy. He's the final boss.
But I didn't know he trained with it. But he's serious knockout pro. And he's
Yeah.
big as well, wasn't he?
Yeah,
He's
massive.
big for that weight.
Yeah, Frankie's very small though.
I just couldn't believe how much bigger he was of him.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Now Frankie, he looked a tiny little bit nervous coming out as well. His forced to a finish, and then he did bounce back like he's an absolute warrior. You know what I mean? No matter what, you can't take it away.
Anyone that does it is.
Now he's a bit of a weirdo, to be honest. I think. Like,
How do you mean?
I just think he wasn't who I thought he was in my head. You know
You've
what
met
I
him,
mean?
yeah.
I've been around him, and then I've seen it from afar.
Yeah.
And then I've just the way he gets on, I think, is a
Yeah,
little
yeah.
sometimes with his management and stuff like
Right.
that. He's a bit of shady, guy.
a
You
bit
know what I
cute,
mean?
is he?
Yeah, no, good, but cracking fire. I remember actually years ago. He was going to be at the hotel that I was going to be when I was flying to Vegas.
Yeah.
Now when I hadn't fought in the UFC, but fought MMA and stuff like that, and I was dying to get to go see him, and I missed him by a few minutes. I was only thinking of that the other day, and then I was thinking,
Were you ever like in awe of meeting anybody? Like, was there ever one you're like, fucking hell, there he is?
no,
Chuck Liddell or anyone? No.
no, see, I've never really been like that, and I think that went for me. That
Yeah,
went
yeah,
for me.
definitely.
I've never been like that. Now there is guys. Most of the guys that I want to meet are dead.
Oh shit.
You know what I mean? And, like,
Tom Crean.
Tom Crane, he'd be the fourth one. Someone called me Tom Crane. It was actually Shane, I think it was.
It
believe
was, yeah, two Tom
Tom
Cranes.
Cranes. I was like, oh, I'm gonna have a cup of tea to celebrate. That's what I was thinking to myself, you know what I mean?
Do you know who I'd love to meet? Right, Fedor. Have you ever met him?
Diego?
Oh man, I'd hang around Russia just to meet him.
I'd say the banter would be level 1.
Yeah. Yeah.
If you put him and Gunny into it, imagine putting him and Gunny into the same room.
Oh yeah.
Like the least exciting podcast to get explained, will it? Fedor Emelianenko and Gunny Nelson are gonna do a podcast. I think I'll dodge that one, lads.
How's Gunny Nelson? I'd say he's chilled out, dude.
I only seen him. I seen him last week. I bumped into him in Manchester.
Yeah.
Chilled out. Yeah, I like it. Chilled out. He's from Iceland.
Yeah.
Chilled out. No, but
Do you know why they call it Iceland? This is a little fact for you.
I do know why, so
Fuck
it
yeah.
better be a real fact.
It's
Go.
they call it Iceland because they didn't want anyone coming over there.
Who didn't?
The Vikings, I suppose.
Yeah, that was level 1 information. Oh, no,
Do you know why they call it Greenland?
I know my history. Yeah, because they tried to.
Keep people away. These are my bits.
The real story is,
Oh,
right,
for fuck's sake,
the
Paddy.
Vikings were using Iceland as a plantation spot. So they were
That's
putting
what I said.
good humans into Iceland,
Yeah.
right? So it was like a secret at the time. And Greenland was actually full of ice.
Yeah.
And when they sent people to Greenland, they would go to Greenland because it was called Greenland, but they starved to death when they got there and they wouldn't make it back because there was no resources and stuff
Yeah.
like that. So they were kind of just killing the enemy without fighting them in a way, you know, sometimes.
Yeah.
And then Iceland was this idea of plantation of people, growing people, getting the most beautiful women, plucking them out of fields in Ireland, lobbing them into Iceland, making them breed with big Vikings. You know? And do
Big
you know
old
what?
Viking willies
If
on
you- Yeah, big knobs and them lads. If you go to Iceland now, you will see that. You will literally see Irish people. You can see it in the
Really?
face. I swear, there's some people, like, you go to the bar and you'd be like, there's no doubt that she was in a field in Limerick at one time.
No way.
Or an ancestor of her.
Yeah, yeah.
They're Irish. And
I'd
then you will
love to go to
see people,
Iceland.
then you will see people that will be, say, like, kind of Eastern a little bit, you know what I mean?
What,
A little bit
East-
darker skin,
yeah.
darker hair,
Yeah.
kind of more, what would you say, like, kind of, like, from down like in Jordan and them kind of areas.
Yeah.
Like, so guys would have been plucked from there, and people from France and all of these places robbed out fields and lobbed into Iceland. So that's the real story.
Can we
That was a
delete-
level 7.
Can we delete that
That
part?
was a level
Delete that
7
part.
explanation of it. What are you going to say now?
Yeah, there's nearly like a template of person, isn't there? After you've seen so many people, someone reminds you, same mannerisms, all that stuff. It's like,
Is that dig at me, is it?
you are unique.
In Mayo, there's about 5 personalities, and there's 10 in Dublin. But I do know exactly what you mean there, because
Yeah.
I'll just like explain that for a little bit.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
in jiu-jitsu, right, there is that. there's 10 personalities in jiu-jitsu all over the world.
Yeah.
And if you go to a club, you'll be able to pick people out. There's the guy that has all the
Even over in Brazil, we'd say, or somewhere like anywhere.
I don't know. I've never been in Brazil, but I know if you go there, I know anywhere in America and so on, you'll find the personalities you're looking for. You get the Eddie Bravo guy, the guy who does all the rubber guard. You get the guy that has all the tap out gear on, but no idea to tap people out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Then you'll get the
That's
guy.
where I got the character from, really, the tap out stuff.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Because then there's some guys I thought this could have been you as well that has the O'Neill shorts on, gas shorts on, but he's an animal.
Oh yeah,
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm not buying the gear.
He's ignorant strength.
Oh, just an animal.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then there's the personality you get the nice guy, you get the squeeze your head guy that'll just
go
for
too
10
far.
years he grabs your head and squeezes it and doesn't realise that that's the wrong thing to do.
I went to one SBG class in Exchequer Street before.
Oh, that we used to spar in that.
Did you really? Yeah,
I
yeah.
nearly went out the window there a few times. Just see
It's
that.
fucking say so, yeah.
Fucking crazy.
They want to put some
isn't
bars
it?
across there, but it's closed now, is it?
It's gone now. Yeah, it's gone now.
I was wrestling with some like kind of stocky enough rugby dude, but like none of us knew how to do the finishing moves, so we're just like, after a while we're just like holding each other on the ground and we're like, what do you want to do now? Because none of us knew how to tap each other out.
And did you just say fuck it after that?
We just went on a date then.
I just say, want to go for cans? Go for cans.
Down with the liffey.
Yeah.
Cans.
What did you think of Sean O'Malley?
Yeah.
Brilliant.
A bit weird, the whole foot thing. Did you get on?
Yeah. Why? Like, I couldn't understand why the other guy didn't kick him.
I think he was trying to chop the fuck.
Was he? He brought him to the ground, like.
Yeah, that's what. When you step away.
Yeah.
I think that was calling up, standing up to step away.
What happened to his foot?
I don't know. Like, did it break or what?
He said they don't. It didn't break. Dana White said it didn't break, but he says he put his foot down. It's like just wasn't there. He couldn't feel it. Like it was the weirdest feeling. Like I don't know what happened.
Because
He's a good character too, isn't he? He's a good character, that lad.
Yeah.
your man.
Is it O'Malley, is it?
Yeah,
O'Malley,
Sean
yeah.
O'Malley.
Sean O'Malley.
But
yeah.
like, he's not from Ireland.
No, he's
is he not?
American. He has to have a name like that. He has to have Irish blood. No.
Oh, definitely.
you know.
Oh, of course he does.
Really?
Yeah.
Sugar Sean.
You know who I don't like? You know that one that presents it? She's got black hair. She's in the UFC.
Megan, is it?
Megan, she just annoys me.
Does she?
She's
She goes out that flyweight. What's his name?
Yeah, I know his face.
What about?
She was doing something on stage the other day, and I think he took over her Instagram or something.
Right,
Oh, really?
okay.
Yeah.
He bought her an engagement ring, and the thing that he must be getting more than that UFC money. With the
Oh,
size
yeah,
of the
probably,
rock.
yeah. Oh, they're
fucking
probably for more
engagement
money.
ring the size of that mic.
Yeah.
No, I can't remember his name. Oh, she's one of the worst at names ever. How do you get on with
I
names?
actually was on her Twitter the last year, and I seen the two of them together behind a Christmas tree.
Yeah, hey, but you were on that Twitter.
You know, you kind of do that sometimes. You're on like a Facebook, kind of going, I fucking hate this prick. It lets me look through his family album. Yeah,
Never in my life.
never do that. No,
Oh, but maybe that's a human thing. That
it is. It's because it's like bad stories and stand up. You just want to hear people doing bad, or you're like, I'll find a bad one. Yes, you're like, fuck, he looks well there, prick. You know what I mean? That's gone too far.
too far.
I sit up 3 o'clock in the morning doing that shit.
Yeah,
Everyone does.
I'm not one of these people that would stalk somebody's Facebook.
That's
or
good. It's a good way to be.
Stalk someone's.
I don't really do, but sometimes you go down the little rabbit hole. You're like, fuck.
Look, I'd like to know a show of hands of the amount of people that has been on their current girlfriends or their current boyfriends' ex's page. Do you reckon if you had 10,000 people in a room, that 9,000 people would have their hands up?
So what are you saying? You're dating a girl and then you're going to her ex's
Yeah,
page?
well, just in general, have they ever?
Oh
been
yeah,
on their
definitely. True.
With 9,000 people in it.
That's what Facebook is designed for. Insecurities.
Even if you're over that relationship, you still like.
You still bang one out, don't you?
Doing reruns their own. Yeah, that was a good time. That was a good time.
I've got to go, lads.
Yeah, that was a good time. You know, I'd probably the one in that 1,000 that probably hasn't.
Have you not know?
I couldn't give a fuck.
Yeah.
That's a great
It's a good
way to
attitude.
be.
It's a good way to be.
Is it?
Yeah.
Maybe that's why my mental health is probably a little bit stable. You know,
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
good
yeah.
stable.
Yeah, you gotta-
stable. A little bit stable. There wasn't always a time when it was stable.
Do you watch a lot of sort of motivational or like kind of
Not
upbeat
motivational stuff. I read a lot of stuff and I try to make my own thing. I'm trying to figure this shit out.
Yeah.
That's just basically
Life.
it, like, life, just
Yeah,
life
yeah,
in
yeah,
all
yeah.
general. Like people, stuff that happens in relationships with people. And I don't even mean just like boyfriend and girlfriend relationships with people, with friends, with all this stuff.
Yeah.
Why people think and like everyone makes mistakes in relationships and stuff like that. Where what's the one where you can't go back from? And you know what I mean? Is it better to leave people behind?
Yeah, is there a line there like?
Exactly. I'm
Yeah.
all about rowing me boat like that. You know what I mean? And there's a good few people that are getting onto this, like, and that I think that a lot of people have answers within them all together. Right? So hopefully, when we get to episode 100 of this, we'll have a lot more idea of kind of what makes people think, oh, well, look, I see you on the camera, and most other people would, and or maybe I'm just weird, right? This is how I think, right? You'll be doing, like, say, a comedy skit, and I'll be like, that's funny, you know. But then I'll be kind of wondering what you did after when the camera went off, or like, who were you, or what went on, like.
Yeah.
The Kardashians, say, my household, like.
I think they probably stay the same, I'd say.
I don't know. This is what I'm saying, like, and I always go on about this, but my girlfriend, I'd be saying to her, like, what does they clean or do? I'd like to talk to their the childminder.
Yeah.
I want to see a day in the life of the childminder.
I'm the same, yeah. I
Do you
always
get what I'm
imagine
saying?
like the likes of Beyonce on the toilet taking a shit, kind of going, I guess, you know, like she doesn't have someone to wipe her arse.
This is what I'm on about. Now, maybe she does. Like,
Maybe
now,
she does,
if you
yeah.
had $1 billion, these are the things you can do. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
but like that's the one area you want to, like, you know what? I'll do it myself. Get out of the bathroom.
Do it myself. That's probably the part I want to trade in. You don't know how to spend billions on. You don't know how to spend billions. No, but the idea of that, do you get what I mean? Look, the people outside the circles.
Yeah, definitely.
I think that is weird. I know, like, even if you look at Netflix and stuff like that, you look at all these, most of the stories on that are about something that you wouldn't have initially searched for entertainment.
Yeah.
Do you get what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
they're making a murder, say all that. Like,
Yeah.
it's like a guy that gets locked up but didn't do it.
Yeah, there's a good one you like. It's called it's called Mad Men. It's about a guy called Steve Madden who makes shoes in America. But he got arrested and a load of different stuff. And it's really good.
There you go.
Yeah.
That's a perfect. He
Check it
makes
out.
shoes in America.
Yeah.
I want to watch it already. What?
It's called Madman because his name is Steve Madden and he's a nutter altogether.
Do you know how we figured out this side was in me? When all the gold digging stuff and all came out, you know, gold digging and.
What do you mean, like women gold digging?
No,
Or men.
Yeah, or men.
Yeah.
Or people gold digging.
Cover myself.
Yeah, cover.
Or gender fluid.
Yeah, or
Pansexuals.
Yeah. We have an hour section for just cutting this in, so maybe we're gonna put that in.
Or transsexuals. Or
Go on. There's more.
the rest.
Oh, not the rest. Yeah, but
The other
what was I
56
saying?
genders.
Yeah, gold digging. You know, gold diggers like kind of Alaskan.
Oh, yeah.
When all that stuff came out, that's when I realised that's how I want to be like them guys.
Right.
Like now, but I'd say it looks great. They're digging the gold, they're counting the gold. But say when you turn the camera off and it's
Oh.
cold and
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
shit again.
Yeah.
And it's like, you need to show them parts because I want to go out to Alaska and be a gold digger. But I realise when I get there after about a week, I'm going to be like, someone should have fucking said.
Yeah, exactly. This is
This
fucking
is what it's
freezing.
really like.
It's fucking freezing.
There's no tea, there's no coffee, we're
Yeah,
finding no
definitely,
gold.
yeah.
Because there's another one coming out about, I think it's Diamond Diggers. I don't know what it's called, but the
They're
word's
good.
not
They're good shows. I like them. There's another one, wood chopping as well. It's
Yeah, and they're kind of like thinking old wood.
Yeah.
And like it's worth a lot of money because it's being buried under that forest.
Yeah,
It's
exactly. Yeah.
This stuff's amazing. And then there's one in the sea where they're out in the ice.
Greatest catch. It's not greatest catch, no. Or
No, that as well. That's good.
yeah.
All of these
Deadliest
programs led
catch.
me onto the idea of saying, like, you know what? I don't really like structured television. I don't like the idea of like how it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
Like, I need it to be something that's fucking offside, you know?
is in like kind of reality.
Not even reality, but just like, say, go back to the Kardashians for a second. That is reality, but it's not reality.
Yeah.
That's what the weird thing is about this. It's like you
What's
watch a reality
reality
show now,
Yeah.
but it's not. It's a television program
yeah.
that's made and
Sim-reality.
produced. It's
Yeah.
produced reality.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
They're
It's
as
mad.
real as they can be,
Like,
but nothing can ever be.
But it's also
Yeah.
the thing they're doing there is like it's like when Trump does stuff, you're like, is that real or not? And people don't really care anymore.
that's what I'm saying, and,
So
and,
it
and that
skews-
means you can do anything.
Exactly, and that's the dangerous
That's
thing.
the dangerous thing, you know. Like,
It's the dangerous thing, yeah, because
the-
we're all acting then at the end of the day. Then you know,
exactly. The thing I know about the Kardashians, how we say reality is not.
you
real.
seem to like that show, Paddy.
No, I don't. Because, in me gaffer, right, I had to leave a room and all that. I can't fucking hack it. Like, so
Oh
someone
my
will sit
God.
down and they'll be sitting at the bar and the gaff just happens to have a camera from 4 different angles. And it's like, so, Chloe, how's your vagina?
Yeah, yeah.
And no one's having a deep, like, you got this camera here. I'm not having a conversation with you about your arse or about something that's like,
That's the next part, right?
we're going to turn the camera off for that. That's going to be the show. But you know what I'm saying?
Of course, no, definitely. It's
It's
not adding
produced-
to society. It's actually
produced reality, and the thing is, then people go trying to live the reality
exactly.
that they just see in being professionally produced.
But now, is it their fault or is it the people watching it's fault?
do you know what I'm saying as well? On the Kardashians, this is a Kardashian baiting show now. No, it's not. But like,
Yeah.
say on any of them, she turned around. I don't even know. It might have been a different one. Like, she watches all of them. Right? She's
Yeah.
good at them. She watched Real Housewives of Atlanta. There's millions of them guys. There's guys that make basketballs that have reality shows. It's all crazy.
It's just fucking thousands of channels
Right?
now of bullshit.
She was moaning because somebody wouldn't give her privacy during her pregnancy. But every single penny she probably has
Is
for putting herself out
of
there.
course, yeah. I mean,
Makes
you
no
can't have a
fucking
both
sense.
ways.
No.
How does it work that way?
I don't know, man. I just think that's sick shit. What
It's
they're
like
doing.
asking for the boot in the bollocks and then
And she
they
only-
complain that it hurts.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Is this Kim Kardashian you're talking about?
A few of them, yeah. There's
Yeah.
and when I say the Kardashians, I mean that's a broad thing
Across the
for
world, yeah,
so
yeah.
many different reality
But she
shows.
kind of kicked all that stuff off, didn't she?
Yeah,
The Kardashians.
No,
She-
and it actually probably would have been the Osbournes, if you must.
Okay, yeah.
Now it's a long time going, but
That's
the
a long
Osbournes
time,
was
yeah.
even more real than that. Like,
Yeah, yeah.
There's no doubt that Ozzy said, "Right, do you know what we'll do, producer? I'll get a bit of meat and I'll lob it across to my neighbour." And I was like, "He's there," you
Yeah,
know what I
he
mean?
just did
You
it.
just got to get that
Yeah.
camera ready for this guy. That's what
Yeah.
it was like. I'd say they had like,
He's not acting at all. That's the way he is like.
yeah, and you can see the difference.
Yeah,
you know
but
what
I suppose he was like had a class band by them. Kim Kardashian was only a porno.
Do you ever, it was only a porno.
Did you ever see it?
Do you know
Yes.
what our first job was?
Paris Hilton's
Paris Hilton's
fashion.
on it.
Got
Paris
you back.
Hilton's,
I got you back there
PA.
for the Viking thing there, Fatty.
Paris Hilton's PA. She
Yeah.
yeah, you got back for the weekend. Oh, yeah, she was Paris Hilton's PA.
Yeah, she was. Yeah.
That's fucked up. She lived from the best, didn't she?
You know what? You got to hand it to her.
She lived
Did
from the
well.
best. Any videos coming out about you on soon? I'm going to take an example from Paris and
I'm going to
Kardashian
do.
Kim.
I'm actually going to do a Kim Kardashian video, and I've got a video coming out tomorrow on my page. Check it out. Can I plug my page?
Yeah,
here?
oh, plug her away. Do whatever you need to
Owen
do.
Collie Facebook page.
Only if it's funny. Don't plug them.
Okay, then don't check it.
Only if it's funny.
I'm going to do one about stoners ordering food. That's what it's called.
All right.
So just see how
Food.
that goes. Hopefully it's funny now and
Sounds
check it out if
hilarious.
you can.
It's-
To be honest,
It sounds like a good idea.
it sounds like a good idea. Mightn't be. I'll see how it looks when it's edited. You know?
Yeah, but that's always the way.
Yeah.
I've done a few skits with people where
Yeah.
I've been like, no,
Yeah.
it's good, it's hilarious. And do you know what? As I said, people are different. I wouldn't think it's funny. Like sometimes even doing this my own voice, I'm like,
Yeah.
No
do you
shame.
watch back on all these? Do you?
Never watch
Yeah,
one of them
yeah.
back.
I'm the same with the Hardy books. I never watch it.
Do you know?
Never. People are like, "What were you doing in that scene with the car?" And I'm like, "I didn't see it."
In the mad, innit?
Yeah, it's crazy. I don't.
Maybe I think that's best. That's a good little idea.
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
that's a top tip as well.
Yeah.
Not that don't watch yourself back if you're doing jiu-jitsu or grappling or fighting or something like that. Watching yourself back is
Yeah.
good. But I think you're very criticism of yourself and you'll hold yourself back a lot more
Yeah.
if you're doing something that involves putting
Yeah.
yourself out there. Do you get
True,
what I mean?
but I probably should watch back on my TV stuff because then it's like you watching jiu-jitsu. I should be watching where did I go wrong, where did I go
yeah,
right.
that's what I mean.
Yeah.
So where me to be doing this is
Yeah.
this is Paddy Holohan. I can just be myself.
Exactly, yeah,
and you know
yeah.
what I mean?
Yeah.
Where if you are putting a character on, maybe that is a good idea to be
Yeah,
watching it back. You
yeah,
know what I mean?
definitely, yeah.
Is that you, Owen?
That was touching cloth, Paddy.
That was a bad one.
that was bad
cocky.
form.
Jeez, I hope the mic didn't pick that up.
Fuck's sake.
I hope the mic didn't pick that one up. This is a small
fucking
room,
sick.
isn't it?
That's definitely touching cloth.
Woo!
Sorry, that was brilliant.
Rob,
That wasn't brilliant. That was a shit fart.
Rob, farts are still funny. Three grown men sitting in a room laughing at a fart.
It can never not be funny.
Farts are funny, that's it.
They are,
yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, I always
University.
ask me over this. Farts still funny in school, son? She's like, yeah, like, brilliant.
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 Um,
These are the things I think about.
Yeah. So, big news in boxing with Canelo Alvarez failing a drug test.
Did they both fail?
Just Alvarez.
That's unreal, isn't
And a
it?
fight's still going ahead.
Is it?
How's that working?
I don't
I'm still
know.
thinking about the fart. I can't. I was like, I can't see over
So
there.
we
I'm
get
like,
to it now.
it's just a smog.
That's
The boxing, that's just boxing, isn't it? Like, they find a way. There's probably been so much money put into it at this
It's
stage.
just so bad for boxing, though, isn't it?
yeah, man, but then you look at Brock Lesnar, it's like,
Oh, that's true. Yeah, that's
so,
true.
man, like, it's like, we're going to do a contract where there's no drug tests.
Yeah.
And
Should they have a novelty section in MMA where it's just like whatever you want to take, whatever weight you want to be?
Bobby Turner says that about the Olympics. You ever seen that, the drug Olympics?
Yeah.
It's great.
Yeah,
He's
yeah,
right,
yeah.
He's right.
Yeah.
You should do a drug Olympics where you can take whatever the fuck they want.
Exactly. Yeah, and then get back to the
It
serious
keeps
stuff.
everybody all right, like, you
Yeah,
keep everybody.
yeah.
But as I said, and I always say, in boxing, if boxing or anything that you're punching someone in the face and you're doing drugs,
It's in the head
something
somewhere.
wrong
Yeah,
with you. You know what I mean? Something
Yeah.
wrong with you because you get ahead by running, get up early, you know what I mean? The
Yeah.
old fashioned way, because that's what it is. We all watched Rocky as a kid, and we all. Like, you know, I never seen the scene in Rocky where he stopped to do some PEDs. You know what I mean? I think they have even Drago with doing PEDs.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Don't they?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Juice them up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
There's
You had to
just
see it too.
one shot, like, where it just zooms into, like, an injection going into an arm.
Is it?
Drago looks up, injection into the arm.
If he dies, he
Yeah.
dies.
That is like that's a
Yeah.
straight up PED, but that's like Canelo. Like, come
What
on.
did he take? Like it's not. It wasn't a
He's,
steroid. It was
uh,
something.
It was an anabolic steroid, wasn't
Was
it?
it a steroid? I thought it was.
Yeah, it's clambuterol. Clambuterol.
And he said it came
Sounds
from.
tasty.
Yeah, it sounds delicious. It's supposed to make you lose more body fat quicker, like
Ah.
so lean muscle. more muscle, less fat. He's blamed that on Mexican meat. He says he's picked.
Oh, and he's
up
moved
on-
his camp to the States now, isn't he?
Yeah.
Was he eating a bit of horse?
He's blamed it on, yeah, he must have been eating a horse. He's blamed it on meat contamination that has impacted dozens of athletes in Mexico over the last few
I
years.
think it was Alistair over him as well. Did you ever think
Yeah, I
of
think
that
he,
as
I think he had a
well?
bad burger or something that's kind of got a bit bigger, didn't he?
Licked the back of a horse or something like that. And,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, he was huge.
I went horse riding and I came back on drugs.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Got on the horse and all of a sudden, jeez, I feel
Man,
like that ride
the
kicking in.
size
there.
of it over him, like that time when he was like, I think he was fighting Brock Lesnar. He was just like this.
If you're fighting Brock Lesnar, it's like, right, get the biggest drug team in here you can and soup me up. lads.
Yeah,
You know what I
exactly,
mean?
yeah.
I'll be going training today. No, just drugs.
Yeah,
Just
man,
drugs for you.
unreal.
No. Crazy. That's
It's a
crazy.
shame.
I think. Now,
It's still gonna happen, bro.
the fight's still gonna happen.
Yeah.
So what happens if he wins?
At the minute, it's still gonna happen. It's still scheduled. It's still going ahead. I think someone will say, "Oh, it's okay." It actually was. A
Yeah,
horse.
because they probably have their own doctors that sort of like, you know, give them the loopholes to get through that, don't they?
Yeah. As at this moment in time, it's still scheduled.
I like to see it, but I think anybody that's cut down PEDs in a fighting sport should be banned. That's
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
Even you won't.
Unless they can like categorically prove that it's not going to affect.
The outcome?
Yeah.
Of course, man. It has to affect the outcome.
So here's one from you here for you, right? We talk about this a lot, but going down a rabbit hole. Would you ever wonder if like how you get down the rabbit hole is the conspiracy of all conspiracies? Because there's a researcher here, and he's done some stuff on the recent shootings in America.
All right.
And you know those claims from the Republicans of the crisis actor? So they said some of the students were crisis actors and they were trying to get a message out. Because some of the witnesses that were students that were on TV were saying this is wrong, like, and they were using it as an opportunity. This is what the Republicans claim. They were crisis actors using it as an opportunity to promote a message. So at that moment in time, you can imagine the amount of people that went onto YouTube and
Yeah.
typed in
It
crisis
would be a good
actor.
social media stunt. It
typed
would
in-
be, but
But they typed in so this researcher was like, at that moment in time, the word crisis actor was popular. So if you typed in crisis actor on YouTube, like the videos that would follow that would lead you into a conspiracy about crisis actors and all that. Like 200, I think he said of the 256 videos that came up on his timeline about crisis actors, like it led to like something like 9,000 videos on conspiracies, and like that would just autoplay one after the other, which amounted to something like 40 billion views overall. So like
that sounds like a rabbit hole in
the-
itself.
yeah,
You need to be
yeah.
careful of what holes
The
you're going
YouTube-
into, isn't it?
Yeah,
I think
this was the-
I think
this
you
was
need
a-
Jim Core on the podcast. I
No,
think.
but you are right, because what you're saying there is... Can you finish off?
No, he was just saying like he's still doing research on it. He can't prove anything, but he was just saying like, you know, the algorithm that YouTube has brings you down that path like very much.
100%.
You think you're going there yourself. but-
YouTube has probably got its own agenda too.
You hit on this as well. That's what I was saying. You don't have it like you have an idea of like what, and it doesn't even have to be right or wrong anymore. It just has to confuse the fucking shit out of you.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah.
Like it has to be an idea of like, say if something serious happens, and then the idea of like, say what you do, someone puts a spin on the other side of it. Where you're
Yeah.
saying they put a spin on the other side of it. You'll get to a situation where like with most stuff, where you're kind of like, do you know what? Fuck it. It's in its own little thing again.
Yeah,
It
yeah.
gets so discordant, like as you were saying about Donald Trump and stuff
Yeah,
like that.
yeah, yeah.
It gets so distorted. Is it real? Is it not real? There's so many people saying it is real. There's so many people, and you're kind of like, do you know what? I just don't want that to do with that. Of
course.
And that's perfect for them.
Yeah, it's even like the snow. The way they were talking about the snow, as if like, don't be out there. It wasn't that bad, and somebody like out walking was sound, you know.
Exactly. And here in my own area, as I said, all that stuff kicked off the shops and all of that went on, right?
Yeah, yeah.
And it was like, and there was a great post up yesterday. It was brilliant, right? And it was like 15 people, I think, made nearly 250,000 people.
Yeah.
That's it. Yes. And some
can't
people saying
tell them
stuff
all-
online. Like, I mean, it was terrible. I didn't even comment on it because it just gives people, as I said, an idea to wake up and kind
Yeah.
of stab that thing and then go dormant again and wait till something else happens and
Yeah.
they can keep stab, you know what I mean, like that. So I just kind of stayed away from it. But the idea is that they produce that. The media push the
Yeah,
idea.
yeah, of course.
Because they know it's going to sell. The picture of a shopping centre down is going to sell.
Of course,
That's just the way it works.
it's clickbait stuff, like.
Yeah, exactly.
Do you know what I mean?
But the idea of them pushing something that's good, or they'll only grab on the idea of what's
Definitely. Like, I mean, it was a very bad thing to do, obviously. But why do people, say, for example, in Mayo, need to know about like an Aldi getting knocked over? Like, it's not going to help their lives.
They had it on CNN.
What? Why? Like,
Do you know what I mean?
who's
CNN
benefiting?
on Sky News and all this, and it's not even that, as I said, but it's the idea of everybody now. It doesn't matter. Outview us. It'll take you 10 years to undo all of them.
The bad work,
the bad work
the
of
reputation.
that.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, and
I mean, like, it didn't show people like cleaning the footpaths probably in Tallaght from
no,
snow.
that's what I'm saying.
You know what I mean? It's just
it doesn't show that kind of stuff. And,
Exactly.
and I'm not just because I'm Tallaght picking up for it, because I know
It's
that
anywhere.
happens in other areas as well. That's it. Happens
anywhere
in
except
other-
the rich areas, you know.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And the post up yesterday was like there was a group of guys from was a Malahide or from Ballsbridge or something like that.
Like that group of guys.
That robbed the whole. Do you know what? I have it here. I'm just going to read it out because it was a cracker. And
Yep.
whoever posted it, you deserve pat on the back.
Yeah.
This was brilliant. And we'll wrap it up on this as well. Should we
Yeah,
do it as
yeah.
well? It says, alright, lads, if you think Tallaght is bad, one time a bunch of scumbags from Ballsbridge looted the entire country before collapsing it.
Exactly.
And
That's
not
it.
fucking diddly squat was said.
Exactly. They don't show footage of that place.
Isn't that
People,
the
you know what I
truth?
mean? Yeah, yeah.
Isn't it? And we're still recovering from it.
Sure, that's where they all live, isn't it?
We're
Yeah.
still recovering from it. And one thing to leave it on as well, a homelessness can be cured in one day if we really want it to be.
Yeah.
They're able to know what shops people are behind, whereabouts in the country they are,
Mm-hmm.
what they're doing, whether there's one, two, whether there's a dog with them. Whether, if they have all this information on it, why don't they solve it? Why don't they fix it? It's easy. They're talking about
They
building.
don't want to.
They're talking about building a cricket stadium and all. Get the fucking act together. You know
Exactly,
what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah.
That's the way it is. Oh, it's an absolute pleasure to have you in here.
Just to
Gent.
say as well, Owen Colgan's podcast, check it out.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Owen's podcast. Make sure you check
Yeah.
it out. What's the name on it?
It's called. It's just on my Facebook page, but it's on SoundCloud. But it's just called Owen Colgan's podcast for now.
Daily. That's the best way to do it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? At least you'll find it that
Exactly.
way.
Not very creative, but it'll do.
Episode 15. Thanks very much for catching up. Hope you survived the beast from the east. Look after yourself.
Good luck.
Great.